Merhaba sevgili oyundaşlar, YouTuber amca kanalından herkese selamlar, sevgiler, kanalıma hoş geldiniz sevgili dostlar. Sveti Kotar'ın 7. bölümüyle hikayeye kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Ve bir önceki bölümde gördüğünüz üzere erken final yaptık. Onun için 7. bölümü tekrar çekiyorum arkadaşlar. En son buraya geldiydik. Bize not bırakan Mostov'un yanına gittik ama Mostov Mostov da bu işin içindeymiş. Bizi yakaladı diyebiliriz. Şimdi kasabaya geri dönelim diyorum. O tarafa gidersek biliyoruz. Erken final olacak. Şimdi şuraya bir...
I'm not a pest. The owner said she wants to be left alone.
Tamam. İde'ye tekrar bir geri dönmek istiyorum. İde'yle bir konuşalım.
Madam?
Hello.
Was last night the first time you met Victoria?
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious.
She was here some months ago. What? No way, you didn't know. Are you really her brother?
We haven't been that close lately. Did she tell you what she was doing here?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember the specifics, but I think she was just wandering around the town. She definitely asked me about the Grimalda castle, and I know for a fact she visited it. Why?
I have to know the whole truth to understand. Did she introduce herself as Petra?
Petra. Such a beautiful name. But no, she told me her real name. Wait, Victoria is her real name, right?
Aynen öyle Victoria.
After everything I found out, I'm not sure anymore. Excuse me.
Sure.
It was all about Ida's mother's burial site. The same kind of blood-red leaves. They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living.
Şu Hancı ile tekrar bir konuşalım bakalım. Belki Hancı bir şeyler biliyorsa.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I've talked to your cousin.
And?
He wasn't happy at all. What does that cleaver mean to him? It's not funny.
It's not! You should see your face!
Tell me about the cleaver. I have a feeling there's a dark story behind it.
I'll never tell you, and he'll never tell you. Stop embarrassing yourself.
Excuse me. An old woman with white hair, white dress, and big white teeth. She's doing her best to look happy. Lots of fog in these portraits. Not quite sure if it's a stylistic choice. The emerging faces are pretty ugly and creepy.
Bu taraftan da bir şey çıkmadı. Ormana geri dönsek karanlık diyecek herhalde. Deneyelim bakalım, belki orada kaçırdığımız bir şey
I'm not
olabilir.
going back in there.
Tamam. Vera teyzeye bir git bakalım.
Excuse me.
Yok. Ha, anahtar bulduk. Acaba şurayı anahtarla açma şansımız olur mu?
It's locked. I should contemplate more about this decision. It's locked.
Niye şimdi?
That's a strange notion.
Daha herhalde zamanı var orayı açmak için. Ya da o anahtar başka bir yere açıyor olabilir. Nikolay'la konuşalım bakalım.
I should leave him to rest. I might need him later. I should leave him to rest. I might need him later.
Ee? Şu tarafa git bakalım. Şimdi şu kayıkçıyla bir konuşma şansı var mı? Belki kayıkçı bize bir şeyler söyler diye.
I see pentagrams and the letters V, M, I, and K. These are witch marks, carvings created to ward off evil spirits from the house. It's locked. Only silence and darkness from inside.
Tamam, burası kilitli.
Nothing to do down there. The pier is desolate, though Arson's boat is still there. Nothing to do down there. The pier is desolate, though Arson's boat is still there. Which path should I take?
Yani bir yere gitmemiz lazım. Bir şey. Ama nereye gidiyoruz? Sol taraftan gitmeyeceğiz. Onu biliyoruz. Onu öğrendik bir önceki bölümde. Erken final olduğunu. Ha. O ne? Kız var orada.
Hello, young lady. What are you doing here all alone? Am I going crazy? She looks exactly like my sister when we were young. What's your name? Hey, wait! Where are you going? I should try to find that girl. Take a better look at her from up close.
Allah Allah. Bu kız kimdi ya? Bir dakika abi. Kız öbür taraftan gitti de şuradan mı gitmek, şuraya bir bakmak istiyorum.
Who are you? Strange. The sculpture of Jesus is not nailed to the cross, as it should be, but rather just tied up.
You were quick with this one. Can you look after the children while I'm downstairs?
Sister?
Who are you?
I'm looking for Henry. We talked.
You must be Benedek.
I am. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you.
Father Henry's not here. You'll have to come some other time.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Be quick, I have a lot of work to attend to.
Yani.
Where's the girl that was here a moment ago?
What girl?
She ran in here from the courtyard.
Henry has told me about your sister. I really can't imagine what you're going through.
She opened the door to let me in.
Get yourself together. Spare me the lunatic blabbering. This orphanage has no females of any kind except me.
I saw her, and I heard her. Has this grim reality started to
Ya
tell upon
kafayı mı
my own
yiyoruz
mind?
yani? Delilik şeyine mi geldik?
Where's Father Henry? Maybe I could go find him.
You can't.
Why are you so secretive about it?
He's doing God's work. You'll have to come back later.
So, this is an all-boys orphanage.
We had girls in the past, but not anymore. They are all gone.
Where did they go?
Disappeared. Taken away by those yellow monsters.
The moon ghouls.
Filthy spawns. They want us all, but young and healthy females are their most precious prey. Our poor youth. First they use them to give birth to new souls, then they eat them both.
God has abandoned this place. Maybe the inhabitants should as well.
Never. Kotar succeeded, and we can do it too. God didn't abandon this place. It is the men that have abandoned him. We must find and give pure faith, only then we will have peace.
Only Henry and yourself in this beautiful church?
Didn't you hear me? I have a lot of work. Yes, we are the only ones to take care of everything here.
There's a dozen of us at the monastery I come from, and we still struggle. I don't know how you do it.
I'm a servant of God. I'll have my rest when my time comes. But it wasn't like that always. Quite a few people used to help us in the past.
I guess the usual happened to them. They went missing?
Most, but not all. The person that disappoints me the most is the one that is still here, but has renounced God.
A lost cause.
I can't accept that. Rudolf was once a respected man, an exemplary Catholic. He actively helped the community, played the organ, assisted during masses, managed events for us, and if that wasn't enough, he was a catechist in the school. I don't know what happened to him, and Henry doesn't allow me to find him. They hate each other now.
Vallahi bir
Tell me,
şeyler
sister.
oluyor.
Henry has every right to hate the man. One day he is here helping you, the next he leaves God and everything behind.
It's not just that. Henry told me he became a preacher of some sort, and that he now spreads words of hate against God.
Where does he live?
I don't know anymore. His house was burned to the ground by someone within the community.
What is the man's full name?
Moisek. Rudolf Moisek. But everybody knows him by the nickname Moise. I believe he can still change.
What can you tell me about this drawing and text?
Where have you seen the eye? Move that away from me! Away!
Calm down. I found this note. It's not mine.
Don't you ever show that here again. You lure evil spirits into the only safe place we have.
Forgive me, sister.
Mother, are you all right? I heard you screaming. Oh, Anton, my little boy. Where have you been? I thought I saw you hiding from the others behind the big tree. I got away. I'm better than the rest. Are you going to be all right? I'm all right. I'm all right. I just got scared by something I thought I saw.
Well, hello, Antun.
You know each other? How could we? I'm seeing this man for the first time.
I forgot. He could get in trouble if I say I saw him on the lake. What should I do now?
Oğlanı tanımıyorum, yalan söyle. Birbirimizi tanıyoruz. Evet, Anton'un konuk evinin iskelesinde görmüştüm. Yani bir din adamının yalan söylememesi gerekir diye düşünüyorum. Onun
We
için
know
doğru
each other.
söyleyeceğim.
Yes. I saw Antun on the pier of the lodge.
Anton, how could you? After all the things I've done to keep you safe. I'm sorry. I want to find my parents. You know how dangerous it is to be out there. Do you want to suffer like the others that are no longer with us?
No! I just want my real mother and father!
Enough with that story. Wait here. I'm going to get Father Henry.
Please don't!
Thank you, Brother Benedek, for telling me this. It's hard to hear them crying, but we are only trying to protect them. Anything else you wanted to ask me while I'm still here?
Just a bit more patience. Please, sister. Isn't it a bit dangerous to let the children play outside at night?
Now you want to tell me how to take care of them?
Not at all. It's just that...
They become wild animals when I don't let them play outside. They must have playtime.
Aynen
But
öyle.
they're not allowed to go anywhere else. These walls are their home and their world at the moment.
They're not allowed to go into town during the day?
Again with the lecturing? No, they are not allowed to get out, ever. Children are always precious, but these are the only youth left in Sveti Kotar. They are too precious to us. The only possible future we have.
Terrifying. That boy, Anton, how did he end up in this place?
What kind of question is that?
I mean, where are his parents?
Anita couldn't endure the brutality of this place, and the weight of existence. So she took her own life and left the boy alone in this world.
And his father?
It's not my place to talk about him. Ask Noren.
Chief of Police, Noren?
Know any other Noren in this town?
I'll ask if I get a chance. Thank you. I have no more questions. Thank you for being so patient with me, sister.
I trust I won't find you here when I come back. Farewell.
You are a mean and a wicked man!
I just told the truth. It was the right thing to do, and don't forget, it's for your own good.
I won't be able to find my parents. Father Henry will get me locked, or maybe even chained for eternity.
Oh, Anton, don't be so melodramatic. Evelina and Henry just want the best for you. They won't hurt...
I hope you get eaten by the moon ghouls. The truth is not always right.
Acaba yanlış mı yaptık diye de düşünüyorum.
Anton, go into your room and stay there. Do not move until I say so.
Yes, Father.
Brother Benedek, glad to see you are all right. And thank you. You just saved a young fool from getting himself killed. God knows how many times he's sneaked out already. I know. You already told me you saw him at the lake. Evelina must not know I knew about this. Now, she mentioned you were looking for me. Tell me, but be very concise as I have a lot of important matters to deal with.
Please take a look at this drawing and text.
All right. The eye. And this is... Et otsidit et bibi. Interesting. What about them?
I know the meaning of these Latin words, but what can you tell me about them? Do they mean anything to you?
Sounds like a deserved damnation for someone who committed atrocious crimes.
So what does it mean?
I believe I've seen similar inscriptions on the graves in our cemetery.
Epitaphs?
Indeed, for those who deserve eternal punishment. There's a person who might help you with that. Gregor, our gravekeeper. He's at the cemetery day and night. You can't miss him. The cemetery behind this church, not the one in the forest, of course.
God bless you, Father. I'll talk to Gregor. Is that the Eye of Providence?
It could be.
Evelina thinks it's an evil eye.
And rightfully so. The Saborans use the eye symbol for their god, Kasag, the moon demon. Very similar to this one. It has
İlluminati
two
miydi? Neydi?
lines
Her
that
şeyi
end
gören
with
göz.
something like hooks.
Yani onunla ilgisi olabilir
Might
mi
as well
acaba?
be a mistake on the part of the person who made this drawing. May I know where you got this note?
Detective Mostov gave it to me. It was taken out of Victoria's scratch pad.
As I suspected. Don't let this hinder your thoughts. You must find the truth.
I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't intend to, Father.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should really get going. Come visit me later if you wish to talk more in peace.
Just one more thing. The warden is dead.
Say again?
We did what had to be done. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you now.
Good God. You did good, brother. You did very good. God will be pleased, and your faith even stronger now. We should turn them all into ashes. Locate, torture, and exterminate. That's the only way we can find peace in this town. Come, I'll walk you out of here. I must attend important matters at once.
Why would she write this inscription in her scratch pad? Was Henry right in thinking it was an epitaph?
Burada ne?
It's locked.
Şeyin arkasında mezarlık vardı da şu polis karakoluna gidip şu adamla bir konuşmak istiyorum. Şu çocuğun bu anne babasıyla ilgili bir şey öğrenebiliriz diye tahmin ediyorum.
Excuse me.
Şuraya git Benedek. Nereye gidiyorsun ya?
Evelina told me to ask you about Anton's father.
She did what?
I'm just trying to help the child.
You want to help him? Stay out of this matter.
I'm curious.
Oh, so you're curious now. All right. You're a monk, and I'm here to confess something to you. Whatever I say now is protected by the seal of confession.
I'm listening.
Anton is my child.
What?
His mother, Anita, took her own life because she was a weakling. She left my poor kid and now his...
But you are his father.
He can't stay with me.
Why?
There are things you cannot possibly understand. Things that not even your priestly vow can endure. You have my confession. Stop asking for more.
You are a selfish coward, Norin. God will not understand whatever it is you are hiding.
Says the man who doesn't know where his own sister is, or, for that matter, who she is. Now just stop.
This will not go unpunished.
It was a confession, and a story.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedek.
Evet, şimdi Anton'un babasının kim olduğunu öğrendik. Acaba Anton'a söylesek mi diye düşünüyorum.
It's locked.
Şuradan git bakalım Benedek. Doğru
Father Henry
söylemek
said he has urgent matters to attend to. I might visit him later.
Peder Henry'yi ziyaret etmeyecektik ya. O zaman bize şu arka tarafta mezarlıkta mezarlık.
Goldine. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Nives."
Şunlara bakalım.
A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke.
Bir dakika. Ne?
A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke.
Bacaklarımı gördünüz mü? Hani ilanda hatırlarsınız, bacaklarımı gördünüz mü diye bir ilan vardı. Burada da o ilanla bir bağlantısı olabilir tahminimce. Kasabaya döndüğümüzde o ilana tekrar bir bakmak gerekiyor.
Here lay the bodies of my mother Agnesa and my father Oton, and the body of Yaga, a sister I never had. No names on the door, just a carved drawing of a star or a flower. I'd say it's a strange flower in the form of a star. Noren? The family tomb of the chief of police? The nun we never deserved, Evelina Tuk. That's weird.
Bir dakika. Evelina Tuk. O rahibenin de adı Evelina.
Ida planted it to remember her mother and guilt. The leaves are blood red like her mother's eyes on that fateful day. Melita Lovnyak, beloved mother, wife, and friend. Rest in peace, Mel. There's no body here, but having a grave was the right choice. Her life should be remembered.
Ha, İda'nın annesinin Hani esas mezarı bulduk da şeydeydi ya.
It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Luny and Rezikas Luny. May your souls find home, peace, and fish.
Bu şey olabilir mi? Şu kayını aldığımız kişinin.
It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Lunya and Rezikas Lunya. May your souls find
Balık bulsun diyor ya.
peace and
Hani
fish. Two names, Aloysia Tominic and Angelina Tominic. Born in 1467, died in 1533. No name, just an inscription. The hammer of God, the glitter of divinity in the dark, guard of our faith, our hero. Signed as the past, the present, and the future people of Sveti Kotar. Merzel. Everything fine in there?
Who goes? You came here to steal from me? Leave, stranger.
You must be Gregor.
How would you know? Go away.
You look like a gravekeeper to me.
You must leave. I don't want strangers in my place, don't want anybody here.
And what would I steal? I just came to ask about something. Henry directed me here.
Henry? That madman? What do you want?
Please, take a look at this.
In inferno nulla est redemptio. You got that right. Move that away from my face. Why do you have that nonsense on your note?
Have you seen it before?
Yes, I did, and I know where.
Is it an epitaph on one of the graves here?
No, and I won't tell you anything if you don't help me first.
How could I possibly help you?
I don't care how you do it, but if you want my help, you will deliver.
tamam yardım edeceğiz. Nasıl
This
yardım edeceğiz?
mausoleum belongs to the Merzel family.
I can see the name above our heads.
Shut up and listen. I was saying, this is the Merzel family mausoleum, and I'm one body short. It was stolen tonight.
And you want me to do what?
Get the body back in time for the funeral.
You're insane. I'm not
Oh, yes, you will. You will because I'm the only person in this town who can help you with that Latin nonsense. Go ahead. Ask around if you don't believe me.
How did this happen? I mean, it's not a pen that was stolen.
I was cleaning up the place, making sure everything will be ready for the new arrival.
Ranko Merzel.
Yes, Ran. Will you shut up and listen?
Tamam
Ranko's
dinliyorum
body
hadi
is coming
söyle.
tomorrow morning, and so I had to make his new house more cozy. I did everything nicely as usual, and then went to take a short nap. A nap without sleeping, you know. Problem 1 is that I fell asleep. Problem 2, which is a bigger problem, is that I accidentally left the door unlocked.
İyi yapmış. İyi.
I don't understand. Why can't you go and find the body on your own?
I eat here, I sleep here, and I do everything here. This is my home, and I never leave it.
You can't call someone else to do it for you?
No one must know about this. No one. You understand? Otherwise, the deal is off.
You're scared.
Shut up. Look in the mirror. I'm the one to be scared.
Whose body was stolen?
Fran Merzel's. They left the coffin of his wife Yaga untouched, but that's not a coincidence.
How so?
People talk too much. Stories go around say that Fran was loaded with gold when entombed.
And so the perpetrator decided to steal his body, not just the gold.
You didn't let me finish. He was the gold. Rumors say his body was full of gold implants, plates, and whatnot.
Looks like I have no choice.
It's fate. You never have choice. You walked in here, and now you have to do it.
Do you have any clue as to who the
en
thieves
azından
were?
o ipucunu ver bari.
The cripples. Those bastards sneaked in here and grabbed it like animals. I've never seen someone move so quickly.
Why didn't you stop them?
It was too late. They were already outside the walls. I said it already. I never leave my home.
He's saying so many contradictions. Some cripples, you say.
Yani
Can you be more specific about who these people are?
yardımcı olmuyorsun. Hem bir şeyleri
maggots
bul diyorsun.
always sniff around the cemetery in search for anything valuable. Now you usually interrupt me.
I've learned not to.
Good. They call themselves the children of Moise. Or is it Moise that calls them that way? Doesn't matter.
It's the man that Evelina told me about.
They won't hurt you, and they won't talk.
How do you know?
They can't.
How so?
You'll see.
Where can I find these children?
They usually roam about in the area around the ex-school district.
Kuga?
What did you think? That they would drag the body for hours? It's Kuga, yes, just around the corner.
What happens once I find the body?
You drag it back here. Don't ask me how, because I don't care.
What am I doing? This is insane. Give me something, anything that could help me. I have a back problem. I can't drag something that heavy just like that.
Here, take this.
A rope and a sack?
Shut up! You're tormenting the dead with your annoying priest voice. Go now and come back quickly.
Gregor?
Already back? You have the body?
Not yet.
Then we have nothing to talk about.
Yani illaki bu Gregor'la konuşmak istiyorsak biz bu bedeni bir şekilde almak zorundayız. O zaman gidelim abi. Bu arada yeni bir şey gelmiş. Ne diyor? Cesedi mezarlığa geri sürükle. Zaten şu Mojesi kurtarsaların yola dönmesini sağla diye bir görev de vardı.
God help me.
Önce
A
şu
dozen people are just standing there looking at each other in complete silence. Sorry to disturb you. God, what happened to your eyes? Are you one of the children of Moise? Where can I find Moise? I'm not sure if that's a woman or a man, or if they're dead or alive. They look petrified, as if they're made of stone.
Üstüne kat.
Szkoła Sveti Kotar, basically the same word as the Polish one, szkoła. Madam, can you hear me? What happened to you? Where can I find Moise, the prophet? Are you one of the children of Moise?
Bu şey değil mi ya? Vera teyze değil mi?
Excuse me. The color of his skin is a mix of death-like pallor and dark blue bruises. Must be agonizing. I can't do that. It would be too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse.
She can't talk.
What happened to you?
I have no God. I will be saved both in this life and the ever after.
You think you will be safe without God?
Without God, I live without fear for my life and the hereafter. I wonder when I will hear the prophet preach again. I want to pray with him.
A brainwashed psychopath. Why can't she talk?
She's already a child, my future sister. She is safe now, with no tongue and no eyes.
I would like to speak to your prophet.
No, he speaks only if you're chosen. You cannot come here and demand to speak to him.
Can you ask if I can talk to him?
I'm not a child yet.
Can she ask?
Beware, you're making us all angry.
Have you been to the cemetery lately? I think I saw you there.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere. I have to become a fully initiated child first. Tomorrow, I become a child.
Is it possible that she was at the cemetery?
We don't go to the cemetery. We have no faith anymore.
You have faith in a false prophet.
Watch your mouth. Say nothing against our Savior. Look around you. See how much suffering and death there is. What is your God doing to prevent it? God is useless. Faith is futile. The mountain's malignancy is here.
Kim bu kral ya? Kral geliyor, kral geliyor. Sıçacağım kralına ya.
Stop fooling me around. I know Moise and his followers stole a body.
You have eyes, but you can't see. God has made you blind. You are enslaved by your own self.
Hepiniz kafayı yemişsiniz. Manyak olmuşsunuz ya.
Enough! My children are not murderers.
My prophet?
Our guest is allowed to see.
As you wish, my prophet.
I can't do that. It would be too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse. Traces of chalk, letters, numbers, and even what looks to be formulas are still visible in places. Grilled rats.
Bacakları mı yok bu adamın?
I'm honored to be standing here at the feet of the prophet of Sveti Kotar.
You have to forgive my children. Some lose their temper too easily. You're welcome to stay here. Please, make yourself at home. Have one of my skewers.
I'm not hungry.
I must insist. Nothing good is achieved on an empty stomach.
I'm taking only one for the sake of this conversation.
Büyük ihtimal gene işimize yarayacak. Bir yerlerde yarayacak işimize.
You didn't eat?
I'm not hungry.
You already said that. It is not only disrespectful towards your host, but it makes your thinking impaired too. If not now, I trust you'll appreciate it later when hunger strikes you. So, what do you want, little priest?
Rudolf Moisek?
Let me guess. It was Henry who told you about me.
Evelina.
And so she cried, sad not knowing my fate. She told you about me, and now you are here to bring me back to the right path.
Not in so many words, but she did talk about you for a bit.
You can tell her you didn't find me. We live divided by two walls, and she never sees me. God must be blind.
She thinks you can still change.
But I did already. I did. I am now free and can see.
Why did you renounce God?
You know what this town is. A town of liars and hypocrites.
Yalancılar ve
As long as I
ikiyüzlüler.
serve them well, as long as I listened to their orders, and as long as I smiled to their stupid jokes, I was their man. I was an exemplary Catholic. When I needed their help, where were they? When I needed a job, did they give me one? When I cried for rescue from the mine, did they get me out? The answer is no. No to all. And no more kowtowing at their feet. I'd rather crawl all my life than be a blind slave to them and their so-called God.
You've got it all wrong. Or you want to have it this way because you have remorse.
History repeats itself. These people abandoned even Kotar when he needed them the most. When I needed them, they did the same to me. Then God laughed at my misfortune and made me this way. Do yourself a favor and run away from here, from this community of sheep, from God. They will abandon you, one way or another.
What can you tell me about Yakov Prenger?
Want to know my opinion?
Just what happened to him. You seem to be a man of many sources, so...
He was eaten by the subordinates. His eyes were taken as toys for the children, and his tongue for a souvenir. That is what I heard.
This is a serious matter. The man was a priest of this town.
And I'm the prophet of this town now. Listen to me when I tell you he was useless. Merely a weak-willed opportunist. Even before I opened my eyes and left God behind, I knew that man was a no good. Who knows what really happened to him? But I can assure you,
Bir şeyler
nobody
biliyor da saklıyor gibi
cares.
sanki. Ya
You call yourself a prophet?
My children call me. I merely tell them what I know and guide them.
You tell them lies in a very persuasive way. What kind of monster gets people to gouge their eyes out? Oh, and I forgot. Their tongues as well.
It's for their own good.
To live disfigured by their own hand?
If they don't see, they cannot perceive the eye. If they don't talk, they cannot lure the demons to themselves. My children live without fear and are protected from the horror that is coming.
ne de şeymiş bu, dehşetmiş bu ya.
What horror are you talking about? How could it get any worse than this? In this place there is nothing but horror.
This town hangs loosely on the brim of a dark and endless abyss. The prophecy of Kasag foretells the arrival of the king of Saborens on earth. The day
Ay bu
draws
Kasak'ın,
near, my
Saboren'in,
little priest.
kralının,
The king is
topunun.
already here, moving through the woods, hiding in the ground, growing stronger in the shadows. Once he reveals himself with a book, the demons will run to his aid, and this town will fall into eternal darkness. Everyone will become slaves in the kingdom of Ahrizath. Everyone except for my children.
Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then?
It's too late for me. I've already seen and felt the horrors. I cannot be saved any longer, but I can save others. I'm my children's eyes and voice now. Their guiding light, and I will protect them from what is coming.
Nasıl koruyacaksın yani?
The eye?
The all-seeing eye of the moon demon, Kasag, the king of Ahrizath.
This one?
Little priest, keep that drawing in your pocket. Do not show it to me ever again.
The prophecy of Kasag foretells... How? Where was this prophecy written? It's nothing but babble.
The proof exists. The book is not a lie.
Kasag was summoned and asked to dictate the prophecy?
Careful, little priest. You must get a hold of your fear. Do not let it ridicule reality just to make you feel better. The book of Sekfra disappeared centuries ago, but it's not a lie. All we can hope is that it was destroyed, for that would be the only way to a safer existence.
Why are you calling me little priest? I'm a monk.
You are now, but the future holds many secrets.
What is that supposed to mean?
Patience.
Sabret ve gör. İleride neler olacak, neler yaşanacak.
Don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask. Are you a failed ritual attempt, perhaps?
You think they got me?
The facial injuries, your legs. I don't know. I'm simply asking.
No. I was never caught, and I never will be. What you see here is what happens when God and his followers look the other way.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Keep being what you are, and you'll find out soon enough. People learn only when they lose something of their own.
He, Bir dakika, bacaklarım nerede diye şey bulduk. Şu kitabede şey bulduk. Bu adamın bacakları yok. Mezarlıkta bir çift bacak bulunmuştu. Bunun bacakları olabilir.
Your followers were seen stealing a body from the cemetery.
You already said that. I'm curious. What body we are talking about?
Fran Mertels.
I don't know where that body is.
Oh, but you do. Gregor saw your people running away from the graveyard with it.
So it was him who gave you the task. That explains a lot. If a man serves your god, does that make him a good man, no matter what he does?
What's your point?
Just answer my question.
Yani.
I'm not here to start arguments with a man like you. I need that body.
Gregor has something you want. I understand now. It's not a matter of helping him just because he asked.
I help him, he helps me.
Sure.
Answer my question. Where is the body?
What body?
The one stolen from the cemetery today.
Take off the cover of the barrel and look inside.
Why? What am I going to find in there?
The body you are looking for. Go ahead, little priest. Don't be scared.
Küçük rahip deyip duruyorsun.
He said the truth.
I always tell the truth, and nothing but the truth. Beware of the man who tasked you with this matter. He is not to be trusted.
Why?
He's a drug fiend. And that body is not the body you're looking for.
What?
It is the body my children obtained. But it is not the one you want.
How can you... You're lying now. I suspected this was going too well.
I knew that black-hearted man. He was my boss. I assure you, that is not him in the barrel.
So you stole the wrong body?
You think my children made a mistake? My guidance is flawless. They never make mistakes.
They are blind.
Blind in this reality, my little priest. Not blind in the other one.
Nerede o zaman ceset?
This body is heavily decomposed. How can you be so sure?
He had the jaw enforced with a golden plate and teeth infused with pure gold. That is not him. This head has no value to me. Take it or listen to what I have to say. The choice is yours.
What would you possibly have to say?
This is not the first time a body has disappeared from the cemetery, but it is the first time he wants one back. Something is going on, and I can smell foul play and fear coming from behind the walls.
What are you implying?
Gregor knows this is not Fran. Make him talk. Threaten him with a denouncement for sacrilege. If I'm right, and of course I am, I want you to make him tell you where Fran's body lies. You find Fran's head, and you bring it to me.
You are setting me up here. If I do that, I could be the one denounced for sacrilege.
I just want the head. You have my word. I don't care for the Catholic community and their pathetic laws.
It makes me sick to even think about taking someone's head.
Have me as an ally, not a foe. Do what is right.
How can I trust this man? How can I trust anybody? I don't know what to do. Should I take the body?
Cesedi alıp şimdi müttefikim ol diyor. Ya bu adam ne kadar güvenilir onu da şey yapamıyorum. Cesedi alıp gidersem doğru cesedi getirmediğim için yakalanabilirim de. O da bir şey. Cesedi almayacağım.
No. I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
You made the right choice, little priest.
Should I take the body? No. I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
You made the right choice, little priest.
Prophet? The color of his skin is a mix of death-like pallor and dark blue bruises. Must be agonizing.
Şu Gregor'a bir gidelim bakalım, merak ettim Gregor'u. Ne diyeceğini ondan sonra
Gregor? Are you in there? I know the truth about the body, Gregor. That is not Fran.
Shut up! Come over here, let's talk.
Mental.
Nereye geleceğiz?
Goldine. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Nives."
Gregor orada. Koş bir.
So what were you saying back there?
Is everything all right? The color has vanished from your cheeks.
You mentioned Fran.
Gregor, I'm the only person in this town that can help you get away with this. I want answers, and I need them now. Otherwise, you'll be facing a denouncement for sacrilege. And you know what that means.
Yes, of course. Everything you need.
Where can I find that Latin inscription? Latin nonsense, as you call it.
It's engraved on the Griswold's family mausoleum.
Which one is theirs?
It's not here. You'll have to find it yourself.
Where?
Gizemli is the name. It's the old medieval graveyard in the forest at the Church of Mary.
The place where they found the mayor's body. What about the eye drawing from the note? Is it from the Griswolds as well?
Their mausoleum holds just the inscription, but let me see the note again. No, I don't know. It could be the all-seeing eye of God. I'm sorry.
What does Gizemli mean?
Those who have sinned severely, have become heretics, or acted in any way against God were buried at Gizemli. The local church wanted them to be forgotten, and so they decided to inscribe their deeds instead of their names. Gizemli means without a name. History remembers sins, not names.
Nameless graves.
İsimsiz mezarlar.
What do you know about the Griswolds?
Konrad was a single father who was convicted of murder and cannibalism of dozens of children over a span of several years.
Al bir yamyam
He
daha.
had a daughter, Bella, with whom he allegedly had sexual intercourse. They were both flayed alive, tortured, and ultimately beheaded. Coming from a wealthy family, their relatives managed to get the approval of the church for special treatment, and so they got a mausoleum.
You are absolutely sure the inscription is from the Griswolds' place?
I saw it only there.
You said you never leave home.
I haven't for quite some time, but there was a time when I did.
I don't recall seeing a mausoleum at that graveyard.
Like I said, it was a long time ago, but I'm positive it was a mausoleum.
I don't know, Gregor. There's something you're not telling me.
Yani.
Benedek? Benedek, what's happening?
Bir dakika. Nikolay uyandı. Biz yeni bir şey bulacağız. Nikolay'la devam edeceğiz. Bir sonraki bölümde Nikolay'la yeni ipuçları bulmaya çalışacağız. Bakalım neler olacak. Hepsi ve daha fazlası bir sonraki bölümde. Umarım videoyu beğenmişsinizdir. Her zaman olduğu gibi her şey gönlünüzce olsun diyorum. Kapanış sözümüz neydi sevgili dostlar? Oyunsuz kalmayın. YouTube kanalında kalın. Sizleri çok seviyorum. Hoşça kalın sevgili dostlar.